Chocolate.
Mankind's most decadent confectionery.
It was medicine for Olmecs, the drink of gods for Mayans, and currency for Aztecs. But once it reached the European aristocracy, it was an addiction that gave rise to the chocolate revolution.
Ripples of that gastronomic shift even manifested as large-scale cocoa plantations in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
Today, we have incredible made-in-India chocolate brands experimenting with out-of-box flavors and manufacturing processes.
We visited one such brand that is grabbing attention and accolades for its premium range of chocolates. Meet Paul and Mike,
an artisanal chocolate brand based in Kerala that became the first Indian company to win a silver at the International Chocolate Awards for their 64% dark Szechuan pepper and orange peel vegan chocolate.
Paul and Mike is a Kochi-based chocolate company backed by Synthite Industries that also owned famous food brands like Sprig and Kitchen Treasures. They claim to use only honest ingredients in their chocolates like natural fruits, nuts, spices and floral distillates.
So the idea was that we wanted to bring in the philosophy of wine making to chocolate making. We pay great attention to how the cocoa is cultivated, how it is watered, how it is taken care of, how the nutrients are provided to it, at what stage the cocoa pods are harvested, which regions we source this cocoa pods from, and after the harvesting, once the beans are extracted from the pods, how are they fermented, dried and roasted. So all these steps which pertain to cocoa ultimately determine the final chocolate quality.
When I was a kid, availability and variety of good chocolates were so limited. Most premium chocolates were imported and unaffordable. Supermarket brands were sold as gourmet premium chocolates in India. I had to wait for my relatives to come back from foreign countries to taste decent chocolates.
It's okay, calm down.
I'm glad that scene has changed. Paul and Mike, for instance, offer some unique flavors I could never dream of.
So in all, we have more than 30 flavors and we actually have a plan to take it to more than 100 in the next 12 months. We have Szechuan pepper and orange peel, which recently also won a silver award at the International Chocolate Awards. What started as a concept for China ended up winning an award, and today it is one of our highest selling variants even in India. Our other very unique flavor is peppermint gelato. So it actually took us almost 6 to 8 months to get the gelato right. Another unique flavor which we have is the wine chocolate. We tied up with Sula Vineyards. We sent them our chocolate to be put into their wine barrels, empty wine barrels, which doesn't contain any wine but which contains wine aroma. Yet another unique flavor which have is Thandai, and people who know Thandai really appreciate it. They can't believe that somebody can actually reinterpret Thandai into a chocolate to this degree. There are some flavors which are really popular. One of them is Alfonso Mango. I think we are perhaps the first ones to put Alfonso Mango in a chocolate. And another flavor which I would suggest is rum. We have this Jamaican rum variant in our portfolio. And this flavor is really intense and it doesn't contain any alcohol. It is totally alcohol free, so everybody can enjoy it.
There's also Sitafal, Jamun, Balkan Rose, Amazonian pink pepper, caramelized sesame, Himalayan pink salt, and don't get me started on their collabs with Simba beer, tea trunk and greater than gin.
Since we both are crazy about chocolates, we also took time to explore their manufacturing process. First, the well-harvested, well-fermented and well-dried cocoa beans are sent to the sorting and cleaning machine. Next, they are roasted at a lower temperature to preserve flavor. After the seed husk is removed, the inner part of the cocoa bean goes for grinding. Once it is ground, it is known as chocolate liquor. To that, they add sugar, milk powder and other spices depending on the recipe.
After the grinding stage, chocolate liquor moves to the tempering stage. Tempering chocolate is critical to developing the snap, shine and silky mouthfeel of chocolate. That's what sets the chocolate into a solid form with a particular crystalline structure. Otherwise, it would be powdery.
After that, chocolate will be sent to the chiller and later wrapped. Some flavors are added during the grinding stage, and if the inclusions are fruits and nuts, they are added during the tempering stage.
Did you know that cocoa beans acquire characteristics according to their place of origin? For example, Andhra beans have a buttery and salty profile that goes well with milk chocolates. Kerala beans have raciny and citrusy notes that blend well with dark chocolate. East Asian beans have apricot plum notes. So it's the call of the chocolatier to decide what blend they want to use.
Considering the good response they are getting via online and offline sales, I think it's safe to say that Indians are now major fans of gourmet chocolates. What is also fascinating is that majority of their sales now come from dark chocolates. How? Why?
Dude, if your kid is asking for chocolate, but as a parent you want them to eat something healthy, what would you choose?
Dark.
During PMS, if you crave chocolate, but sugar gives you more cramps, what would you choose?
Dark. Okay, I see your point.
You guys must also be wondering why the brand is called Paul and Mike. I think Vikas should tell you the story behind it.
Paul and Mike are two real fine cocoa farmers in Latin America and Caribbean. At the start of this venture, I visited Latin America to learn about fine cocoa cultivation, fermentation, and this entire industry. In addition to a lot of other farmers, we met these two gentlemen, and they were very gracious in explaining to us and teaching us about this whole how to cultivate fine cocoa, how to ferment it, etc. And when we were thinking of names, we came up with many options. Paul and Mike was one of the options which we conceived of as a tribute to these two gentlemen.
Which flavors did you like?
Sitafal and Szechuan pepper and orange peel.
Oh, okay. I loved Hockey Pocky and coffee.
My personal favorite, it's a tie between two flavors. One is the 87% dark. Another personal favorite is Balkan Rose. This particular oil which we source from Bulgaria, it is actually used in luxury perfumes. It costs almost 5 to 6 lakhs per kg. This particular oil which we use in this chocolate, it is really fine, really delicate, really aromatic.
Do you still think Swiss chocolates are the best in the world? Let us know your favorite flavor in the comment section below.
We will be back with more food stories.
Until then, see ya!